Hello everyone, I am Tacet and welcome to the Gems of War Guild Wars Week 59, Day 2. It is a green day, and today we have a billion things to do. Other than just green Guild War Day, we should be able to get one additional armor onto our, not on any kingdom, but specifically on our faction total. We have 4 delves to go do, 1 from yesterday, 3 from today, and that should be enough to bring us to a 16,000 plus total, which does result in 1 additional armor, which would finally bring us back to max stats. Other than that, we are going to be going over everything with 4.3. We got a bunch of screenshots now, so I can go over pretty much everything related to next patch. I believe this accumulation has everything. Someone ended up doing it on the forum. Thank you. Actually, who should I give thanks to? Thank you. Where'd it go? Thanks to Ricky Garavis for compiling them all on the forum, which definitely helps out a lot. So we're going to be going over that in detail from what they went over last night. I unfortunately can't show 4.3 still, but I can show these screenshots. So that's what we'll do. And other than that, what was the other thing? And that's just doing Green Guild War Day, of course. We'll do that probably first after we do this. But anyways, hello everyone. Hello Haley. Hello Demon Angel. Hello Avalone. Hello Captain. Hello Humberto. Hello Kevin. Hello Flop. And hello everyone else. Hello Steve. Okay, so let's get into the screenshots. First things first, let me go bring them up so we can actually see them. That might be helpful. Or so you guys can see them, I should say. I could actually see them right now. Let's see, we'll bring that up right over there. Okay, so we have 39 screenshots to go over, and there is a decent amount of information. A lot of stuff that we've already gone over as well, but figured we show the images to kind of go with them. Oh, one other thing that I should mention, because I don't think there's screenshots of it, and I should probably mention it first regardless. Don't forget, I'll probably cover a little video on it soon too, since the patch is probably right around the corner. But don't forget, starting next patch, you will be able to multi-buy packs within this area. The relevant part about this is Spoils of War will no longer be unlimited anymore. As you can see, currently you could buy as many as you want in a given week. Starting next patch, this will be capped at 10 per week. So yeah, that's very few compared to how many you could buy now. So if you do want to get a bunch of event keys, you might want to go and spam a lot of your glory at Spoils of War, as you can only buy 10 of these per week. So it's still going to be pretty easy for early game players to get it, but if you're in late game and you're trying to get like all the mythics or something, you're probably going to want to buy up on this pack. Early game players normally buy this to get all the legends that they need, or key legends, and late game normally uses it for 100% completion in order to get all of the mythics from various kingdoms. You'll still be able to get it, it'll still be the same price, so it won't really affect early game that much. Mainly this late game players trying to max out everything will be ever so slightly harder. Technically, 9 glory keys have about the same or better drop rate than event key. It actually has twice the chance of getting a legend by opening 9 glory keys, as well as basically the same chance of getting a mythic by opening 9 glory keys, which is the same value of that much glory. However, the main difference is a event key can focus down a specific drop table, whereas a glory key will just hit randomly. So once you have more than half the stuff in the game, normally event keys start getting quite a bit better. So they're mainly just, this fix is basically going to be affecting late game. So if you're around like the level 1000 to 1200 area, that's probably where it's going to have the biggest effect. Anyone in that area who doesn't own like every mythic, as well as anyone beyond that level 1000 who doesn't own every mythic. So yeah, buy them up now if you want to, because you won't be able to next patch, or at least a limit of 10 per week. So do be mindful of that. They're not increasing the price though, which is good, but it's still going to be the limit of 10 rather than the infinite it is now. But you'll be able to buy those 10 within like 5 seconds, because there's a button that you can click and it just goes all the way back up. Anyways, let me go reach through chat and go over all the other stuff. Let's see, because I'm really bad at doing both at once. Hello, Churros. Hello, Tommy. Let's see. Do I think the cap will move? No. The 10 cap per week is likely never going to move. They made that pretty clear on the stream last night. It is almost guaranteed going to stay a 10 cap forever. But however, it is not a 10 cap right now, so go spam it like crazy while you can. Let's see. You would keep the glory, will more likely become a needed currency post-update. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they use it for something in the future. So don't overspend your glory. I said earlier, you probably want to spend down to no lower than 50,000 glory, most likely. You want to save at least 50,000 or 100,000. Of course, I won't be spending any just because I already have enough event keys. But yeah, I wouldn't go below 50,000, regardless of how much glory you have. Do you or did you ever buy Spoilers of War? I have on my alternative accounts, because they're really good for getting key legends in early game. However, other than just to show it, I don't think I've ever really bought it on my main account, just because I haven't really had a need to. As you can kind of see, we're sitting on 2,000 event keys right now. And in the past, we've just pretty much always had a surplus of them for the most part. So yeah, I basically just hoard them at this point. I barely need them. They're really only used for getting key legends, which of course we already own every legend, and for getting key mythics, and we already own, of course, every mythic, other than Zugoff. So I haven't really had much of a need to use them. They're only really used for the new legends that come out every, like, once a month. However, due to how the drop table is, I generally only get 1 or 2 copies of them, and then I use a blue orb on them, which ends up leaving me with so many more event keys. The next time I'll probably be throwing event keys is when I need to, like, get a common or a rare maxed. Now that we'll be able to do that with event keys instead of glory. That's about the only time. And both resources I have way more than enough of, so. But, yeah, you might want to stock up. If you are still in the point of trying to get every mythic in the game, it's worth stocking up on event keys. Also, hello, Bakchan. Anyways, let me go bring the screen back up and go over everything 4.3. Is that the right window? Yes, it is. Okay. So, 4.3 infos. Let me just move this aside so it's not in the way. And then we can start going over stuff. Let's see, that should be fine. Okay. Where's the tab? Somewhere's here. Right over there. Okay. So, all the stuff with 4.3. First off, one of the main changes that are coming in next patch is we have ourselves a brand new global chat. It will look like that. As you can see here, we have a couple different aspects being shown. We have little profile icons. These are called portraits. You can obtain portraits by a number of means within the game. Most of them are pretty self-explanatory, and most of them are also relatively easy to gain, though, however, some of them can be a little bit hard. For example, I think one of them is craft a Zugoff to get a Zugoff portrait, and stuff like that. But basically, you get these little things, and you can use them as your face icon whenever you're in chat. One nice feature is the level of your hero is shown directly onto the image right there. So you'll be easily able to tell the general progress of a player. Of course, level doesn't necessarily give like a full span of how far an account is progressed, but it gives a general idea. So obviously, if you see someone's like a level 100 something, you know they're like a newer player, compared to that level was like 1,300, in which case you know they're pretty experienced and probably have most of the stuff in the game. So, yeah, it just gives like a general idea, and it's nice that they put that there, because always you would have to like click on profiles and stuff, but now it just automatically shows. Then it just shows your normal name. It also has a title. Titles can be earned similar to how portraits are, in many cases almost the exact same similar way, in that they're obtained normally from event weeks or certain objectives, and you can just set these just to show off whatever title you want. Either hard to obtain titles, or simply just titles that are funny or interesting that you like, either or, and it just shows up next to your name. If you ever are missing any portraits or titles, they will come into the game a few months later, and they will be purchasable for 25 gems each if you still want to get them. So you will be able to obtain all of them, even if you, let's say, didn't play for a couple months or whatever else. You'll still be able to obtain every portrait and title in the game by some means. 25 gems is pretty, well, I don't know, I wouldn't say expensive, but they are 100% cosmetic, so do be mindful of that. I believe some of them will never be purchasable, though. So, for example, like the ones that actually require you to do something, like, let's say, own a Zugoff, I don't think those will ever be purchasable. If they are, then that's pretty broken. But I don't believe those kinds will be. I'm still not 100% certain on that. Other than that, there'll also be emoji packs. You'll be able to gain emojis from certain event weeks as well as they'll be selling them certain packs for, I think, like $5 or something within the shop. Don't worry, even though they're selling some for money, you will be able to obtain them through some amount of gems. I think it's 100 gems per emoji pack. I'm not sure. Later on, in order to get them later, but that will happen about a few months after they introduce them into the shop. So if you wanted to get them early, they're basically just selling them for money. Most emojis are kind of pretty basic anyways, but I don't know if you wanted to do that. They do have that for, yeah, they do have 2 different ways to get those. Other than that, it's just separated by global guild chat settings. Settings is now in its own nice little area and has plenty of things like to go to the previous format for chat if you don't like this one, as well as just various changes like switching channels and all the normal features that would normally be there. Anyways, let's move on. Oh yeah, here's the change I said. You can keep the old format of chat if you want it. So that's what they have too. It still shows emojis and stuff too. It just doesn't show the level thingy and the profile icon thingy. But all the features that chat normally has is obtainable and usable here, as well as coloration. Do keep in mind you can still use colors within chat lines of both versions of the chat, not just this one. So that's still possible as well. Other than that, this is just a screen of the default emojis that you pretty much get at the beginning. They will be adding plenty more into the future. Yeah, those are the current ones we're going to be having. Nothing really too special. I hope they would add more of the actual resources and assets of the game itself. I'm not sure why they just don't use those. They already have them. They don't even need to make anything else. We already have like the 6 color things, but they're like the only ones that are being used initially. They need to add gold, they need to add gems, they need to add souls, they need to add pretty much every single like basic icon in the game so that you could easily do it, as well as for like requirements, like only 300, 1,500, 300, like you just put there. Well, you could put a trophy next to the 300, you could put a seals next to the other thing, but those aren't currently obtainable. They'll probably be adding them into the near future, but a little bit weird that those aren't initially usable, because it would help a lot with recruiting posts and stuff like that, just to make that clearer. Because if like a newer player sees that, it's like they have no clue what 1,500, 300 necessarily means. But if you put like a little trophy icon and a seal icon and all that, actually I'm not even sure what the other 300 even means, to be honest. Why is there 2 300s? But if you had little icons next to them, it would make a lot more sense. But that'll probably be possible once they start adding them. As you can see here, here's just the portraits page of a bunch of various portraits. They are obtained from various means, as you can see here. Completing a level 100 delve appears to be able to get the delve icon for a bunch of these, and it also have all sorts of requirements, and they'll be adding them in as the game progresses. It's going to be very few initially, but of course it has plenty of room to be expanded upon. Here's just some of the portraits as well. There's one for every single kingdom, for a couple of the troops within the game, and they'll be adding more into the future. Same thing here. Here are just more of them. That's just showing some of the face ones that are available initially. Most of them are pretty easy to obtain, at least the initial ones. Here are also a bunch of the title things, as you can see. Similarly, they unlock like portraits to do, and if you don't unlock them initially, you will be able to obtain them in the future, either due to their requirement or just for 25 gems. If you don't get it on the given event week, if they're like event week exclusive or something, you'll still be able to obtain them, unlike old weapons that are not obtainable in the current state of the game. But just again, a bunch of titles you could put next to your names. And here just seems to be chat again. I don't think it's actually showing anything in particular other than a bunch of emojis being used. I don't think it went over anything specifically. Here's just the emoji page. There are some that are unlocked by certain means. Most of the initial ones, again, are pretty easy. However, there will be some given out through various event weeks, as well as various objectives in general, as well as them selling them, some of them in the shop just so they can make some revenue. And they are obviously all cosmetic. Every single one of these things is fully cosmetic. They have no effect on anything gameplay-wise. Other than that, what is this? Oh, just some of the requirements for getting some of the titles there. Again, most of them are pretty initially pretty easy, but they'll be made more difficult in the future for some of the more shiny titles that you can get. Anyways, here's a page that is somewhat new. Basically, they're adding a self-moderating system into the game. This will help keep it, or make it easier for them to moderate the game and spend more time doing other stuff. But basically, there's 3 things that you can do to a player, or technically 4. You can report a player. Oddly enough, there hasn't really been a report player system within the game itself. Of course, externally there has been, where you can just go to their support page. However, this is a much more integrated part into the game now. So you can simply just click report player if you suspect them of cheating, or they're just being bad in chat, or any other number of reasons. You can do that specifically through the game itself. But you could also do positive things, like if they were helpful, if they set up like a fun defend team, or just being energetic and fun in general, and just a high five for general stuff. And this helps with the reputation. I forget if there's any screenshots here of reputation. Yes, there we go. And there's a reputation that every single person can have. I believe there's like 7 levels of it. 1 neutral, 3 bad, 3 good. I think it was something like that. And as you get this up through people like giving you those little high fives and other stuff, you do actually get some really, really small rewards. They haven't really disclosed what any of those are, other than the fact that you get a pet at the end of it, which is probably going to look pretty cute because it's one of the kitty dragon ones. I believe it's the previous version of the kitty dragon I actually preferred, but they didn't end up going with it. But that's kind of funny because I want that pet so badly if that is what it is. I really hope that is what it is because it looks so amazing. I think they already had that asset, so they were like, oh, we might as well add it to the game because we already have the art of it, might as well not trash it. So they basically added that to the end of this. But I believe you also get like maybe like a gem key every day or something. I'm not even sure. But as this gets up, you do get like some really small amount of rewards just as like a thank you for being a good player and behaving yourself. But yeah, there is just like a really small system just to help reward that. I'm pretty sure it's going to be abused and everyone just doing every single person in their guild and stuff like that. They said they're going to try to combat that some, but I highly doubt they're going to. It's almost going to happen in every single guild, most likely. There's definitely going to be abuse of it, trying to like spam it up. And there's no limit to how much you can gain. There's a limit of 5 per day that you might have seen on that previous screenshot. Let's see, how do I go back? There's a limit of 5 per day that you can give. However, you can actually receive unlimited. So you could theoretically get it maxed within like 1 hour. I'm pretty sure no one's going to do that. But I wouldn't be surprised if that did happen. Anyways, let's keep moving forward. Let's see, where was I? Right here. Let's see, here's just a report system. You could do it for inappropriate chat, hacking or cheating, chat spam. Don't spam or don't report people who are recruiting though, unless they're like really spamming it. People have to keep spamming that message. But you know, if they're like spamming it like every other second, then yeah, obviously. But you know, if they're spamming it like every 5 minutes, don't report that. But and offensive names. Haha! I haven't actually seen anyone with an offensive name yet, but I wouldn't be surprised that happens a lot. Anyways, let's see. Are you sure you want to report? Yeah, this is the report page. I wonder if you can add any text to this. I forget if they showed that. I think you can just report it for the general thing, but it doesn't actually specifically give you like a line that you can go do more text, it doesn't seem. Which I think they should add. But I guess that would be a little bit complicated to have to check that for every single one, plus the dialogue lines and whatever else. Anyways, one of my favorite things that are actually coming in next patch, even though it has no effect on really anything, but it actually looks really cool, is the new tribute page. There is now a really shiny tribute page that shows a good breakdown of everything, not just the amount of resources that you end up accumulating, but as well as the tribute for every single specific kingdom that you ended up getting a tribute for. And I believe it even like scrolls through it as you end up getting like the tribute page, and it looks really cool. So yeah, we get that every hour. Of course, it has like really very minimal impact on anything. It's just a visual thing. But it looks a lot neater than it did before. I wish they would clean up a lot of interfaces like that. Would be really cool. But it's probably one of my favorite interfaces changes they ever made. Most interface changes, I was like, oh yeah, an interface change. I either don't really feel either really good nor really bad about any of them. This is one I actually really like a lot. Also, if you end up getting any helpfuls, funds, or high fives during that time, it does show on this page too. When you take your tribute every hour or whenever you take it. As you can see there, that's exactly what's showing right there with that tribute, getting a high five thingy. What is that? This is your overall honor rank. Oh yeah, this is your honor rank. So if it ends up upgrading when you take a tribute, it'll show it there too. Of course, we got filters for banners. This is going to be very useful. Not only are there positive filters, but you can also do negative filters. So for example, if you want to find a minus yellow banner that has +1 green, you can do that. You simply click it again. You click it once and it checks it. You click it again and it X's it, which means it will not search for that color. Or it'll search for that color, but it'll search for the minus of that color. So if you do X on yellow, but you have green checked, it'll show every banner that has -1 yellow while having a +1 or +2 green. The only bad thing about this is I do not believe they have a double green check, so you will not be able to search for double banners. So for example, let's say you want to find a double brown and you don't care what the other two colors are at all, you just want a double brown that has a -1. There's no way to really check for that currently. If you end up doing, like, let's say brown and then minus yellow, or if you did brown, well, actually, you couldn't double minus any, but, like, there's no good way to check for doubles, basically, unfortunately. But it's really good for finding negatives, and that will be searchable, as well as if you're just trying to find, like, any banner that uses a dual color. So that's pretty cool. Anyways, also, I don't think it mentions it anywhere here, but there's also a suggest a banner. Yeah, it shows the button right there. I'm not sure how good this really works. But we do have a suggested banner. From what I last recall, it works fine, but normally there's multiple different banners that are useful in a certain situation, and I think it tends to just prioritize whatever color is most used in a team or most spawned in a team, so it's not always the best method to really set a banner. However, it's good for newer players since they might not really know what to set for banners sometimes, or if you just want a quick option for a banner, or let's say you're doing a daily real quick and you have to do, let's say, like 4 brown, and you just set your team real quickly to a 4 brown instead of having to go search for a banner. You can probably just click that button because whatever it defaults you to is probably going to be perfectly fine to use if you're just going to be using it for a few minutes to complete a daily task. So there are uses for it in both early game, mid game, and late game. So it's pretty nice. It'll still be used then. So, potions! This is going to be interesting. Potions are going to be added into every single event that uses sigils in the game. This both makes it less and more pay to win simultaneously. The leaderboard was already pay to win, so it doesn't really affect that. The main purpose of these is not actually to specifically be pay to win, but to make it easier for newer players and mid-range players who don't normally get events done to be able to actually complete out those events. So for example, let's say Bounty Hunter. Bounty Hunter is an event where most mid-game and early-game players are probably never really going to touch it much, simply because they don't have enough stats to actually get through all the way to the end. But these potions are basically going to, as you buy more tiers, give you various effects, everything from extra stats to various stats effects starting with, to various traits themselves. And these are going to change over time. I believe every single event might have slightly different ones. Not sure exactly how many potions they have or anything with that, but they'll keep expanding upon it in time, and we'll just have a bunch of different options for that. Also, before I keep going, let me go just check chat real quick. I can't really see it that well when I'm going over this thing. So let me double check chat, and then we'll go over potions bar and everything else that we have. Hello, Original. Hello, Rova. They really do have your numbers with the kitty dragon. I want it so bad. Let's see. Hello, Cynical. Welcome. Anyways, so as you can see right here, this potion ends up giving enchant to all of your allies at the start of battle. Very powerful. Really nice. This one ends up exploding. Explodes 4 gems at the start of every battle. And of course, all of these I should mention. I didn't really mention them. They only apply to the event and only to that specific game mode. So for example, let's say you are doing, let's say, Invasions next week. Wait, it is Invasions next week, right? Yeah, it's Guild Wars this week. So let's say you're doing Invasions next week, because there is a chance this patch will be out by then. So might as well use that as an example. So if you go buy a bunch of potions or a bunch of tier packs for Invasions next week, let's say you normally buy up to, let's say, tier 4, you will end up getting potions along the way. Those potions will only apply to Invasions, because that's where you bought them. They will not apply anywhere else. They will not apply in PvP. They will not apply in Explore. They will not apply in other sigil-related events, only specifically in that Invasions, to help you be able to actually do those battles. Normally, with the normal battles I would normally buy, and most late game players, there isn't really much of an issue in getting those battles done. However, that's basically what I was saying, where this helps mainly early game and mid game. So let's say you buy tier 4 and you go all the way up to, let's say, like you do the 4 towers, of course you get all the way there. And let's say you beat that like 10 times and the stats of the towers are starting to get so high that they would normally become difficult. However, these potions could then make it so it becomes a little bit easier and not as much of a hassle. Of course, in late game, it's already not much of a hassle, but this will basically just make it a little bit easier to do that. It will also make the leaderboard even more of whoever has the most gems, but it was pretty much already whoever has the most gems, so it shouldn't really affect that too much. Again, it's mainly just a thing to help newer players. As you can see here, here's just a rejuvenation thing. It's basically a 3 heal to all allies per turn. Here's an actual trait. It is armored, and it does stack. These traits do stack. Multiplicitly, though, not additively. So, for example, let's say something has armored, and then you also give it the potion of armor. It will reduce the skull by 25%, and then it will reduce the skull by another 25%. So, for example, let's say something is about to do 80 damage. The first armor will then reduce it to 60, and the second armor would then reduce it by whatever 25% of 60 is, which is what, 7.5, which is 53 because it rounds down. So it would then do 53. It would not reduce it down to 40. So if you had armored and a second armored, you get hit by 80. It would reduce it to 53, not 40. So it's multiplicit, not additive. That's basically the only thing you really need to know about that. It just takes the percent and then takes the other percent. I'm not sure what the order of those percents are. I believe the potion takes priority before the trait, though I am not 100% certain on that. So let's say like if it's 50% or 25%, I think that would make a difference. Not even fully sure, but I'm not sure what the order is on that, so we'll find out later. It's not even really that big a deal, probably in most situations, but it is multiplicit, not additive. The main thing you need to know. So stacking, let's say like stone skin into stone skin is not 100% skull reduction, is basically the bottom line. Anyways, here's one that does Blessing. It starts your entire team off with Blessed, which is kind of funny because Blessed is actually getting buffed next patch. Blessed is going to have immune to transform as well as all the other stuff it currently does. So that's going to be pretty nice. Potion of Shielding. This gives barrier to all allies that start a battle. So basically not die. And probably one of the more controversial ones, though it does help get done Pure Faction, some other stuff within the game, is the Potion of Power. This is the one that you can infinitely buy, and it gives you 7 to all stats to all allies for the entirety of the event. Essentially meaning you could max out your stats if you had enough gems. You could literally just keep spamming this, go for the leaderboard, clear through everything, get all the way to the final battle of raids, of invasions, of pretty much everything, do Pure Faction, do absolutely anything simply by throwing an absurd amount of gems at it, since you'll just keep going higher and higher and higher on stats. I'm still not sure how I fully feel about that, but it is probably the most controversial one out of any of them, if I was to say at all. But you would already have gotten infinite sigils if you had infinite gems, so I guess it doesn't really make too big a difference. But it's still going to allow you to technically buy like level 500 factions and stuff like that. However, I don't think too many people will go for it. And also do keep in mind, this is not their fix for doing level 500 factions. Yes, you can use this to get level 500 factions completed whenever there isn't a faction event. However, it is not viable to do so because they are going to be adding some kind of fix in the future, probably 2 patches from now, where they will be making level 500 faction easier. Not like extremely easier, but easier enough that it's not as frustrating as it is now, basically. But this is not that fix, so be mindful of that. So don't waste all your gems just trying to do this, because in like several months from now, they're going to be adding another way to do it. And then you might want to combine the two. Once they do the other fix plus this, would end up working pretty well. But you don't want to really do it initially. I might do it once just for fun, just to get another 2,500 faction because we have so much gems at the moment. But you don't have to go out of your way for it. I'm not sure what this screenshot is showing. It looks like the exact same thing. There's this it showing you getting the potion. Do keep in mind they are used immediately and only for that event. Here's just showing all the potions. Oh wait, it was also showing some icons. Do keep in mind you can end up buying during these events. While I think some of them will be unlockable, you can also end up getting them instantly by simply buying them through the packs. As you can see here, this one ends up giving a portrait, this one ends up giving a defense set, and if you happen to not obtain these either from the objective that it has or from buying it specifically from a certain amount of packs, you'll be able to get them in the future for 25 gems. And they'll keep doing this pretty much every Raids Invasions, I think, I'm not sure. And a few other means they'll come into the game as well. Not sure the full list, but basically they'll keep adding them into the game over time. Why is it repeating some of these? There we go. Wait, was there anything special there? Potion of shielding. No, this is the same thing. Anyways, what's there? Here is... Oh, yeah, we're going to have a screenshot mode. And I was joking, I don't know if you'll see it to the side, that it's going to be my new thumbnail generator. I'm not going to be using it like entirely to make my thumbnails, but it'll definitely make them a little bit easier, and it has nice little particle effects and stuff. But basically, there's a screenshot mode now. On mobile, you can instantly share it to social media, and on Steam, it'll simply go into your Steam screenshot library where all your other normal screenshots go. But basically, it has a nice little page that shows all the stats of your troop, but you can also end up hiding some of these details, changing what kingdom ends up showing here, changing out the layout, seeing if the shield goes there, keeping the particle effect, or removing the particle effect, and it basically just makes for some really interesting images that you can end up saving or sharing. Either with your guild or... Oh, she didn't get a bunch of the other ones. But, yeah, there's a bunch of different manipulations that you can do to this. And it's going to be really useful for making thumbnails. I'm not sure how much I'll be really using it, but I like the particle effect thing. Makes it look really nice, so definitely be using it from time to time for at least some of them. You can do the same thing with pets. You can do the same thing with hero. Has quite a few different ways that you can end up using it. Let's see, what is this? Looks like an upcoming event. Let's see... I don't know why she saved a screenshot, but there we go. And there's an upcoming pet of some kind. And was that all of them? Yes, that was all of them. But yeah, that was pretty much everything then related to this. And that's pretty much everything with the patch, other than the fact that the blessed mechanic being changed. Oh no, she didn't get any screenshots of, or whoever saved these, didn't get any screenshots of the, I didn't even realize that, of the slider for glory troops. There is a slider now. I'll go just mention it verbally real quick by going underneath the page. I don't currently have the screenshot of it. I thought it was in here. Didn't realize that. Oops, wrong one. But basically, what's going to be happening next patch, one other really nice change, is if you go over to shop, you will be able to have a slider that will auto-buy these. So for example, there'll be a slider over here with arrows, and let's say you wanted to get this ultra rare to, let's say, legendary. You click a button twice, boom, it moves it to epic. Boom, you click again, it moves it to legendary. Boom, you click buy, and you just bought it all the way up to legendary in like 3 clicks. And you can do the same thing with mythic, and I think 1 click, you just click the backspace, it goes all the way simply to mythic. You click buy, boom, you just upgraded it to mythic. And it's really simple. It takes seconds, and it's way quicker than the current format, which is click this button a billion times. You'll be able to do the same thing with souls, as well as treasure maps. However, you wouldn't really use those two too much. Though then again, newer players might use a treasure map one some. And you can also do it with spoilers of war. However, there is a cap of 10. That is being capped out next patch, but you will be able to buy 10 spoils of war within like 2 seconds. Instead of the current format, which takes like half a minute to click through all of them. So that'll be nice, and you'll be able to get those done a lot quicker. And other than that, we're getting a lot of rebalance changes. We do not currently know really anything about these rebalance changes, other than the fact that Bless will have Transform immunity. Other than that, we don't really know. So we'll find out soon, in about a week or so, what on earth those changes are. Anyways, let me go look at chat, and then we head over to Guild Wars. And if you guys have any other questions about 3.4, let me know. Let's see. So, if you use the potion on the event, the potions automatically get used. There's no way to save them. Does it last for just one particular fight? They last for the entire event. So, let's say you buy all the potions for the Invasions event. You go all the way to, like, let's say, Tier 5. All those potions will be applied immediately, and they will last for the entire event. It doesn't matter if you buy them on Monday or if you buy them on Friday. They will only last for that event. So if you buy them on Friday, well, they're only going to last for a few days. But if you buy them on Monday, they'll last for the entire week for that event. It just lasts for that specific event. It is not timed in any other way other than to the event's timer. Also, there's none for Guild Wars, so you don't need to worry about that. They're only for sigil-related ones, like raids, invasions. I'm not sure about Tower of Doom. I think Tower of Doom will exclude it because it would be somewhat pay-to-win leaderboard if they didn't. Though it would also allow newer players to do it. So then again, it's already pay-to-win leaderboard, so I don't know. But they're definitely not doing it for Guild Wars. I know that for sure. There is no instance where you will ever be able to use potions in Guild Wars, PvP, Explore, Quests, Challenges, and Daily Delves. All of those will never have the capability of using potions. The only things that are going to have potions are raids, invasions, pet battles, oddly enough, the ones that come every Wednesday, the class event battle, whenever a new one comes out, as well as the Thursday ones, new factions, Tuesday faction events, and that's it. Those are the only things. Oh, and Bounty Hunter. I believe Bounty Hunter. I'm not 100% Bounty Hunter, but I'm pretty sure Bounty Hunter has that as well. Let's see. Which means we won't be able to use it for Bounty Hunter for a while, because unless the patch comes out like in the next day or two, Bounty Hunter's in like 2 days, so it'll be like another month till we see Bounty Hunters being able to use potions or not. Let's see. They're nerfing Spoilers of War by making it a 10 limit per week, yes. The cost will still be the same, so it won't really affect newer players as much, but it'll definitely heavily affect late game players. Date of new patch? No date has been given yet. The date of next patch is June TM. But yeah, there is no official date given for the next patch yet. Not yet. Sometime likely within the next week. If I had to guess a day, probably Sunday or Monday. Probably Sunday night, I would say, is probably when it's going to happen, because it'll be a little bit controversial if they do it anytime next week, because it'll be a little bit weird if everyone buys their packs on Monday, and then let's say they do the patch even just later on Monday, but everyone already bought their packs. So what happens with all the potions and everything? Do they still get it? Do they just go to waste? Did everyone who didn't have the potions just waste all their sigils initially by having weaker stats? So don't really know what's going to happen with that. But if I had to guess any day, probably this Sunday, I'm feeling. But there's no official date given. But if I had to guess a day, it will be this Sunday or Monday. One of the two, most likely. But it's not official, though. Let's see. Hello, William. Welcome. And hello, Decrill. Welcome. Anyways, let's go do actual gameplay now. 2 Guild Wars. It is Green Guild War Day, after all. Wow, that took 30 minutes. A 30-minute summary that they took like an hour and a half to do. There we go. Well, we're going to be using our standard, especially after what happened yesterday. We're going to be using Yagway, Tapon, Wardbreaker, Leprechaun. It's one of the few things I don't actually use Brown on. It's kind of weird, but it's because we're using Tapon. But basically, we have 2 immediate converts. We just throw everything with Yagway. If Yagway dies, that's fine, and then we just Wardbreaker spam to win. That's basically where we're rolling here, and what we're going to be going with this time around. So we'll immediately convert that, get Yagway, do it again if we have alignment, which we do, so we'll just do that, boom. All the excess goes in the Wardbreaker, and we just keep spamming this until we win, and that's pretty much this team in a nutshell. Might not even need the Leprechaun this time. We got such a good starting board. Actually, this is an insanely good starting board, actually. Like, perfect, exactly what this team should be doing every time. Of course, it doesn't, but oh well. Okay, get both those 2 up. Not sure if we'll have an option here. Oh no! We got transformed. What do we do? I don't have alignment, but I might be able to get alignment, so we'll take that for now. I need to break his barrier. We'll do that with this. The red will get rid of his barrier. Yagway, why don't you have alignment? Let's just take that then. Take it again because it does 3 damage and we get mana. Actually, we don't even need mana at the moment. Wardbreaker, why do you have to get transformed? Dragon's Eye, still getting us. Well, I'll take that, and then we can simply Yagway him, and that should be enough damage. Dead. There we go. Now we just got to do that 4 more times without losing. And we'll probably gain a level along the ways as well. Also, after we finish this, we'll give out a code as well. We've took so long with the previous thing. Ooh, Farce Troll Nix. That's an old combo. Actually, that whole team's an old combo. A little bit old meta, but still works. Still really annoying. Still can get you pretty easily if you're not careful. As long as we get a curve ahead of it, we should be fine. Especially if we can get both those 2 killed before they even get a cast. This will be in the bag. And I think we got exactly that. I'm going to waste my Yagway right now just to guarantee get a kill here. Because I don't want to have to deal with their loop. So we'll do that. A little bit of an overkill, but it's fine. Yeah, we'll Ward Breaker here just to get rid of the barriers. And hopefully we have some kind of follow-up here. We are frozen on red, however, so that does make this a little bit worse. Hopefully we'll get unfrozen next turn. We would extra turn that if we weren't frozen. Still going for it, though, because it gives most of our mana back. Oh, we still got an extra turn somewhere. It's perfect. I just take a skull here, right? Yeah. Unless I could get a skull cascaded drop off of this, which I don't see a guarantee area for that, so I'm just going to take a skull here. It's not going to give us as much mana, but it's fine. Take that, and dead. There we go. On to the next one. Spoilers of War is normally not worth it. There's only 2 points in the game when Spoilers of War is worth it. You have to have more than half... Well, if you're early game and you want to get a really good legend that you don't have, let's say like Dragon Souls and he is in the event key drop table, and you want him for soul farming, that would be a good time to go spend like literally every last glory you have and just spam out Spoilers of War until you go down to 0 glory to try to get a Dragon Soul. So in early game, it's used to get key legends. And in late game, if you own more than half the mythics in the game, it's normally worth buying those because it'll allow you to start working towards getting every mythic in the game. I've personally never needed to do that because I've gotten every mythic immediately, but people who might have started a little bit later or just didn't have as many resources at the time or might not be in one of the top guilds do tend to need to buy Spoilers of War a bit more, normally just to progress to end game where they have literally everything, and that's basically what it's used for, and the only 2 times when it's viable. Early game when you need key legends, and late game when you need to finish out 100% mythic completion are the 2 times when you buy that pack. Every other time, glory keys, the 9 glory keys is better than the 180 glory in every other instance. But there are instances where it is better to buy Path Glory, but they are nerfing that because it devalues their gem sinks and other related stuff to it, which is one of the main reasons why they're nerfing it, most likely. Okay, what do we take here? We'll go Yagway. And then we just have to take out the last one. And with that, we'll do it off of yellow because we're not frozen on it. Come on, one little skull would kill it. Tapon, do you not have anything? Yeah, we're not frozen on red. We can go for that. We'll take that and then just Ward Breaker kill him because it gives more mana that way. And mana means more points. That is a lot of spoilers. Oh, did I say spoilers? I keep saying spoilers instead of spoils. I mean spoils, my bad. Yeah, I keep saying Spoilers of War instead of spoils. My bad. Any replacement for Ward Breaker in this team? To keep it pure green. The first thing that comes to mind is Queen Titania, but unfortunately that's not pure green. But you could probably use Hero with... What's a good brown-red weapon? You could probably use Hero in first slot with Mang, actually. Oh, no, never mind. You have to use green. Duh. What's a good green, red... There's no triple color. I was going to say, what's a good green, red, then? There's Hope's Crescent. Unfortunately, most people don't have that. Oh, wait. Why would you need green, red? Never mind. Well, I guess you kind of do. Because the biggest issue with Ward Breaker here, or why you actually need Ward Breaker, or something similar as a mythic, is ideally it needs to be both green and red, while also having a additional color that is not green or red. Well, basically, it has to be a mythic that uses green or red. So I guess Ketris would be a pretty good alternative there if you don't have Ward Breaker. But it's going to be hard to slot anything that's not that. I guess maybe Dark Maiden or something. But I'm trying to think of something. I guess you could go a green-brown hero weapon as well or something like that. Even Salvani Mora, just to make sure you have Entangle. So you could put maybe Salvani Mora there just for Entangle spam. But the biggest issue with replacing that with anything that's not red is Tapon is going to give you... Tapon plus Yagway is going to have an excessive amount of reds. And you're going to be wasting all of that if you don't have something to sink it into, which is why we're using Ward Breaker or any similar troop there. Okay. Yeah, catchers would be fine. It's not as good as Ward Breaker in this specific situation. It's one of the few instances where I would say Ward Breaker is actually better. But yeah, catchers is perfectly fine as a replacement. Okay, what do we take here? We'll go Ward Breaker into Yagway here. Oh, why did it have to be an extra turn? It would have been an extra turn for us if it wasn't. Okay, we could either hit him with damage or not hit him with damage. I kind of almost want to not hit him with damage, just because he's about to create this brown that I need. But if I do that, he's probably going to hit us with a poke. Is there no guarantee extra turn anywheres? If so, then... Or if there's not one, I'm going to probably Leprechaun then. I just hope he doesn't give him a good board. Oh, perfect. Okay. So we get an extra turn off of that. Unfortunately, we have no good follow-up, though. I guess I could Ward Breaker, so we'll do that. Won't get browns anymore. Hopefully we'll have alignment somewhere. It looks like we have a gigantic one. Wow. Go for all of that. And then we just Ward Breaker into... Well, we already have mana on everything, so let's take that for now. Get a Ward Breaker down. We don't have Yagway, and then we just go Yagway and win. Doesn't even matter if it's aligned. It's enough damage to kill. And it was aligned. It was still a turn as well. Here we go. And we'll probably gain a level in this next battle. And the final battle. Ooh, he's using that team. We actually lost that team twice yesterday. That was really annoying. Apparently, we got to fight it again today. Okay. We're frozen immediately. Luckily, out of everything it could have frozen, that is not too consequential. The main two that are important to not freeze are... Never mind, just red. Red is the only thing I need to not be frozen. Anything else that gets frozen doesn't really matter much on this particular team. Okay, we got an extra turn, so we'll grab all that. Hopefully we'll have some kind of follow-up here. Don't have Yagway, but we might be able to get it off the top. We did. Oh, that wasn't... Oh, no! I wasn't paying attention. We were frozen on whatever I just took. Okay, I guess that freeze did come into play some. Fail. Well, we would have gotten an extra turn if it wasn't for that meddling freeze. Okay, we'll go and take the red there. That's not an extra turn. Purple, we're not frozen on purple, are we? No. So that's not really going to help us much either. What did it take? We'll take that red for now. That still doesn't give us alignment. We'll take that purple. Still doesn't give us alignment. We'll throw that Ward Breaker. We're in trouble now. He could actually win. Gotta be careful. Please extra turn us. Good. Okay, what do we have? We have nothing. Right? Yeah, nothing. No, brown. Well, we could move to brown, but that doesn't give us alignment. Actually, you know what? We're going to use Tapon, because that's going to give us Yagway. And then that's going to give us Ward Breaker into whatever. Okay, don't take those greens. It is a trap. We're still frozen. So we'll explode everything. Still has submerged, so he's still alive. Luckily, Yagway doesn't care if they're submerged or not. What do we do here? I don't want to cast Yagway, but it's going to miss. We'll just explode everything. Okay, so next order of business. Yagway, do we throw it down? Probably. We could do it right there. Oh, no. We should probably take a skull first. Oh, no, I can't take a skull. Well, I can, but it will backfire. Well, really everything we do here backfires. I think we have to let Yagway die, unfortunately. We'll do that. There's no way to really stop him from dying. However, we win by simply taking that skull. There we go. Oh, we lost him. Loses some points. But still gets down easy. It should be about 9,400. Yep. Would have been 9,500 if we didn't lose the Yagway at the end there. But yeah, I'll take it. Decently fine. And there we go. Okay, now let's do that 4 more days in a row. Or 3 more days. I mean, yeah, 4 more days. Also, our defense. I was slightly going to change this. But one of the reasons I still haven't is, I don't know why, but it keeps winning. This isn't the first week this happened either. It just keeps winning for some reason. I guess it's just getting lucky on something. Because I'm giving it a lot of things it can get lucky on. It can get Gimlet into Dragon's Eye, and it has half mana start for that too. It could get a freeze on the start of battle as well as every cast onto something lucky, which means we could potentially have 2 freezes on it. We have a chance of getting lucky on not only its Gem Spawn, but also on its Devour. We can get lucky on this thing's Convert. We can get lucky on Megavor's 8%. And we can get lucky on Megavore actually targeting something correctly. Like something that's about to die within 63 damage or however much stats it will have. Yeah, there's several options that we could be this thing could be using to win. And apparently it's doing that occasionally, so I guess we'll keep it as is. It's not like the actual standard team, mainly because you need High King Iron Gut to run the standard Gimlet Dragon's Eye team. However, it seems to be working, so I'll keep it as is. The only one I think I still need to change is my Yellow Day for sure. Every other day. Yellow Day and Blue Day. Blue Day, I kind of love this team, but it seems to not be doing good. But Yellow Day, I guess, will finally change once it gets there. Maybe we'll change both of them. We'll see. But anyways, this team seems to be going well. And that one, we already know, is really good, even though it only won once there. Okay, anyways, let's go take our tribute. And take our gold, or not gold, legendary task. And what other thing do we need to go do? We need to go do delves. Oh, actually, we need to go do the pet. Let's go do the pet real quick. So, the pet actually came in perfect timing. It is a dwarf pet. This is a new pet that came in today. There is almost no team you would ever invade with it. However, it is good for one specific purpose, and one specific purpose only. And that is Red Guild War Defend. Red Guild War Defend, more often than not, due to Lord Ironbeard. One of the biggest benefits of him is that he does triple damage to red enemies. And this is obviously really good on Red Guild War Day. So, yeah, he's going to be really good to use and good with a 4x Dwarf team. So it's very common that red tends to be 4x Dwarf due to that. And just use High King Iron Gut and everything with it. Why do I keep saying High King Iron Gut? I just keep saying that with literally everything with the word like iron or king in their name. But King Highforge tends to work well with this team, and it gives half mana start on everything, and this makes the team 4x Dwarf, which ends up getting the Dwarf bonus, which gets even higher when using it with this pet. It'll basically double that bonus. So if we go check the bonus in this page, because I don't think there was a good way to check in the other one, if we go to our Guild War Red Defend, you can see currently we have the bonuses of 8 HP for using 4 Dwarf troops. That will then be increased to, at minimum, 16 from having the pet. And even if we just do the minimum food upgrade, that will then upgrade it to 18. So as soon as we get this pet, we will have plus 10 additional HP on this entire team. So we'll see tomorrow how exactly that fends out. Because oddly enough, this team has 2 bonuses, but neither of them have a pet until today. There's currently no Kazil bonus, and we're just now getting the Dwarf bonus. That's pretty cool, because these are, this is one of the other, it's technically the other most durable team in the game. Currently, that's 4x Giant from Stormheim. But if I'm not mistaken, 4x Dwarfs from Kazil would come out to be second highest. Pretty sure. Once it finally gets pets. But yeah, we finally got one of those pets, so we got that. Anyways, let me go and go do that pet then. So we have another upgrade for tomorrow. I'm not going to mass buy the pet, but we'll just go through it real quick. Also, it's funny, I'm using the old meta Divine team here. I'm not going to bother switching it for now. Okay, anyways, let's go and take our reds there, grab our blue, all the mana we need, throw that down, the purple down. Oh yeah, squirrel! I need to go give out a code. My bad. That or I need to go give out a squirrel. Okay. You know what? When I get icons, we need to go get a squirrel icon. We definitely need a squirrel icon. Definitely need a squirrel icon. Anyways, let me go get the code. Okay. Actually, I will probably be doing that soon as far as commissioning the art for it. Because I'm getting some other things for the interface and stuff too that I didn't already have. But, what would you guys want for icons, by the way? Out of curiosity, if we were to start getting them. Let's see. Wait, what? Body is too similar to what I just posted? What? Why is it doing that? Body? What? It's letting me not mark. Okay, fine. I'll need to start keeping it in a text document then if it's going to be like this. Forum, why are you being annoying? It's not letting me save my quick edits where I just mark them down. Well, apparently I'll just need to keep them in a little document then, or a text little thing. Well, we'll need to keep track of which one was the last one we used then. Better go get that into a text document after this. I normally just do it on the forum because it's more convenient, but forum is not being nice to us. Okay, it works. Let me go copy paste the entire thing, and there you guys go. There is the redeem code if you guys want to go use it. But anyways, as I was just saying, what would you guys want as little icons? I'm not sure if you could use it on literally any YouTube stream. I actually forget if they are usable on any YouTube stream or not, but I know for sure they would be usable at least on our stream here on YouTube that you could put as little like emojis within our own stream. So what would you guys kind of want for that? Because we probably will have that in about a month to a couple months. It'd probably be set up in a month. I forget exactly what the system is as far as how many you're allowed to have or when you're allowed to put them in. But if there's not any kind of limit, because I know it's kind of limited on Twitch, but I don't think YouTube has that same limit. And if it does have a limit, I have no clue what it's based on. Well, we'll find out. Also, why is the controller being Weird. Weird. I think it was because my pinky was on the little pad thingy. Anyways, we got a level. There's our level up. Let's do red, keep it nice and even. Go into the next one. Grab a... what do we need here? Is our banner set up to rush it? No, it is not. We shouldn't be taking those. However, I still am. Okay, we'll take that over. Grab the hit onto you. Get our double kill there. Try getting those two hit. And take skull to skull. There we go. A dragon squirrel. Dragon squirrel. Can you imagine? That'd be pretty funny. A dragon squirrel holding a sign that says code. Okay, we'll go and throw that down. Get a hit on that. Redeem code doesn't work. It should, I think. I just used it. Pretty sure it works. Is anyone else having it not work? Let me know. That or I copy-pasted the wrong one, but I believe that is the right one. Let's see. Oh wait, or did I post yesterday's? Oh, that shouldn't be yesterday's. Yep, that should be the right one. Actually, I think I might have skipped the code. But I need to make sure to go back to it and check it later. Hey, no problem. Hey, we'll go get a hit onto his first slot then. Get all the manas we need off of that. Throw Ubiset down. This team still works, by the way, obviously. It's not as good as it used to be, because literally everything on the team was nerfed other than Divine Protector. But, still works, technically. I should probably switch it out, though. All my other pet battles are already set to the other one. I'm not sure why I keep using this for, like, 1 or 2 battles. They're still left over from when I didn't change them out. Okay, well, we'll go through the hit down on you. Go get a full... oh, I should take those yellows. Need a full mana on Ubiset. Unfortunately, we could have already had it, but I didn't grab it. That was a slight fail. But we'll go grab a yellow to purple there. We'll get all that up so we can just throw into Infernus and hopefully get enough browns destroyed that we can just throw Ubiset immediately. We'll throw that right there just so we can get the Ubiset. Oops, you're supposed to die to burn. Or you're supposed to already be dead. Not to burn, but we'll let you die to burn just because you're not already dead, and then we do that. Your copy-paste doesn't work, you have to type in the code. Oh, that's annoying. That would be annoying. Why does your copy-paste not work, though? Okay, I'll throw that down there. Get an extra turn, throw in a furnace. Not even going to bother with the extra turn because we already had everything else other than Divine Ishpala. And again, I guess we could have gone Divine Ishpala. Now would actually be a good time to go throw a Skull Spam, but we'll do that. Go get ourselves a yellow to red for all of our mana. Throw that down. Hopefully cascade a bunch. We'll hit down the back one just so we can Ubiset and dead. Actually, I guess it wouldn't have mattered too much. But then again, it might not have been enough damage if the first slot would have died and then we Ubiseted. Probably would have been like 80 something, which wouldn't have been his 87 durability. I'll take red to purple here to get full mana instead of doing it the other way because it wouldn't have been full. We'll take ourselves a green for full mana and throw into a bunch of manas. I'll hit on second slot because first slot won't let us. Infernus, and then that should be full mana, and then we can Ubiset if he gets full mana. Come on. We'll grab a... I guess we'll take red surge. Oh, I didn't surge. Gonna have to waste an entire turn just to grab it then. Okay, is that low enough? I'm gonna guess yes. The answer is no. It was off by 2. Fail. Okay, well, we'll throw Infernus there. That'll definitely kill the other one, and now we just need to go and throw, what's his name again? A Ubiset. So we'll do that. Get another one down. And what else we need? Grab a brown would actually be ideal here, but there's no brown to take. Oh, I wonder if I could have casted the other one. Could probably gotten Divine Ishbala in there. I'll just throw in Furnace for now. Actually, that's not enough to kill either, but it does give our mana. And now he's dead. Okay, so now we have ourselves our dwarf pets. So now this will increase our durability of our brown or of our red guild war for tomorrow by quite a bit. So if we go check our current stats right now, you can see that that is not it. You can see that where to go? Defend red. Where are you? Come out wherever you are. So as you can see here, we have our defend red team. We are currently getting 8 extra HP, and this is what our stats currently look like on her. And now, as soon as we go get the pets, see how many copies we get. We'll go get the pets. We only get 1. Oh well. We'll go to not the shop. We'll go do the mail. Click our redeem code from earlier. Grab all that. Get our other bonus for leveling up. I'm not sure why I didn't take them both at once. And now we can go upgrade the pet. So as you can see now, our stats should be a lot higher. Now that we own the pet, we'll have a 2x bonus, and we can easily get that to 2.25 simply by feeding it some. Where to go? Guild or defend red. So as you can see, her stats previously were 71 HP, and we only had +8. Excuse me. Now it is 8 higher, obviously, at 79. So now this entire team has 10 higher HP, because as soon as we go and upgrade it again, by going under pets, it'll have a additional 2.25, and that will give us another 2. Where to go? Feed it. And go to the other screen. That'll also be for an orb as well, which is nice. And now if we go back to this page, it should be, what, 18 now? Yeah, 18. So our dwarf baby is now level 18. It has grown up. There we go. But now we have plus 18, and that brings her to 81. So now this entire team has 10 more HP than it did previously. So if you thought this team was annoying before, wait till it has 10 free HP. More than it had previously. So yeah, that will be a spiked increase of people using 4x dwarf probably for red guild war defense. Because it's just going to keep getting stronger. It's impossible for it to get weaker, really. It's just going to keep getting stronger over time. The next one being Kazale pet finally coming out, whenever that might happen. Probably will be months before that comes around. But this team will get even stronger because it is 4x Kazale. 4x dwarf and 4x Kazale. And once we get this dwarf pet higher, we'll get even more HP. We could potentially get 6 more HP on top of this. So yeah, each one of these stats could go 6 higher. And it's not even counting Kazale once we finally get it. So yeah, pretty tanky. And it just got tankier. So there we go. And here's our orb as well. Hopefully this is something of use. And on top of all those stat gains, we still have one more stat gain to go. Oh, it's only an orange. But now, to go do delves, we were within 4 delve battles of getting +1 armor. And we currently have 4 delves. So assuming we do not lose a single delve between now and the next 10 minutes or so, we will have +1 armor. And that is permanent on literally everything. So, yeah, if we don't have it today, we'll have it tomorrow. The only way we won't have it today is if I fail any of these battles. Or any of these delves, I should say. Technically, we could fail a battle as long as we don't completely fail to delve. Like, we can lose a troop, or even lose 2 troops, or even lose 3 troops. As long as we win the entire delve, it still counts. Okay, well, we'll go to that. Get our Devour there. Throw another Devourer. And get the Apothecary onto green. Also, I'm not going to be doing every room. We're just rushing right to the end. Normally, I stop doing every room around 250 or 300 or so. Even though this team can theoretically still do every room if you wanted to. There's 2 reasons why I don't. 1 is it takes a lot of time. And 2 is it just increases the chance that you will lose. Also, this delve only has a 3-room final room. If it was something like 4 or 5 rooms to get to the final room, I'd be like, okay, yeah, we might as well just finish every room. But this delve literally just gives you the shortest possible path to get to the boss room. So might as well just go to the boss room. Let's see. Doesn't Infernus rely on other mythics to work? No. Infernus does not require any other mythic to work. That's actually one of the reasons why he is so good as a first mythic, is he is not dependent on other mythics to work. He's normally used as a damage source when you don't have other damage sources. He's the mythic you use so you don't have to use other mythics. Let's see. Copy paste works on YouTube. Pretty sure it does. Let me see. I'll go copy paste that. Copy paste it again. Yeah, copy paste works. Would it be good to use gems on the new pet so you don't get blocked for star level? Would it be required? I think we already have a maxed out pet from that kingdom, so I don't think it would be needed. Also, the amount of gems we would have to throw for that's like 2,000, so I probably wouldn't do that. It's extremely expensive. What team did I use for faction only? For which faction? This one? For this pure faction, well, what level are you doing it at? Because this pure faction has 3 different teams depending on what level you're running. There's Legends. Let's see, I'll do it based on rarity. There is the Legends. Oh, I forgot the rarity of the Asp. I think it's rare. Fail. But I forget like half their names and half their rarities. But it's Legends, Asp, Epic Asp, or you can go Legend, Epic Asp, or you can go, if you're going for the later ones, you can run the, oh, you know what? I'm saying Epic, and I don't even think that's the right one. Basically, it's the one that tanks, the Asp, the Mana Generator Asp, the one that tanks, followed by another one that tanks, the same one, followed by the Mana Generator, then Asp. Or if you're doing high-level delves for it, you would do the 2 tanks, the Mana Generator, and then the Skull Spammer. And those are the 3 options you have. I should probably go to the page because it would make a lot more sense if we showed it with names. But yeah, was it this faction you were referring to? Yeah, I can go show it real quick on the page if that was what you're referring to. Okay, what do we even need here? We'll grab a... let's explode everything. And that should be match, and dead. Yeah, let me go over to the Dark Pits. Oh, sorry. I thought you... Why did I think Fang more? I just described Fang more. But anyways, Dark Pits. So, Dark Pits Pure Faction team. You have 2 options for Dark Pits. You have Hexrat, or sorry, wrong order. Plague Rat, Hexrat. Or if you're going and you feel like you need better tankiness, you would go Sledge Claw, Plague Rat, Hexrat, Radagar, and you would go with 1 of each. Those are the 2 that you would go with. Sorry, I didn't realize you meant Dark Pits. But yeah, those are the 2 Pure Faction teams you'd roll with. Okay, what do we take? We'll go grab a brown right there. Yeah, I've been doing that a lot. The game's starting to get too many names. I'm starting to forget some of the names of stuff. There's like, what, 700 something troops in the game now? Not even counting all the weapons. Actually, counting weapons, we're at like, what, 900 total? I think we're at almost at 900 total troops / weapons in the game. Which means over 900 names. Let's see, we'll throw that down. Grab the brown over. Get herself a apothecary, or I mean mountain crusher. Any word on nerfs, buffs for the upcoming update? No, we don't really know any of the nerfs or buffs that will be coming. We'll find out once it comes out. They were not on the beta, nor are they posted anywhere. Not a single way to check for them. They're not even in the files or anything. So people who check the files can't even see them. We won't know until patch gets here, basically. Until we see the patch notes in probably several days from now. Sometime in the next week, most likely. Okay, can you get transformed already? We'll give it one more shot, and if you don't go down then, we're killing you with normal damage. Oh no! Okay, maybe I should start trying to kill it with normal damage. That or let first slot die, or current first slot die, and just simply kill it with one shot. Okay, apparently that's exactly what we're doing. Okay. Well then. That works. We don't actually have to get Pure Faction here. Even on the final one, I don't think we have to get Pure Faction. Or, I don't mean Pure Faction, I mean Deathless, I mean. Though I probably should on the last one, just in case. But let's keep going deeper. We have 3 more battles. They're buffing chats. Yes, they are definitely buffing chats. It's the largest chat buff we've ever seen. Okay, we'll throw a Devourer down on that, take a Brown down to that, and then get a bunch of skulls. Throw that into a Devour onto you. Go and throw an Apothecary onto purple. Then throw that into all the browns that we need, and then just go Devour it again, transform it, and be good to go from there. We'll take that. Grab that. Nothing else to really move there. We'll simply go transform it. Apothecary into full mana, and then we'll just be able to simply Devour and be good to go. So we'll do that. Down it goes. Dead. Okay, move forward. Oh yes, there is often times when chat does not actually do your message. Starting next patch, that should be fixed. Based on the beta, it seems to be, though the beta is not running on live servers, so any number of things could happen wrong once it goes to live servers. But they probably have people internally testing that. But for all I could tell in the beta, the chat works perfectly. It never drops any messages ever. Well, we'll find out in about a week if it actually works properly. Okay, that down. Take the hit onto last slot. Actually, I guess it doesn't matter too much. We'll do that. Throw explosion. Get full mana. If not, we just throw Apothecary into full mana. And then Devour him. And then we're on to the final battle again. Final battle tends to take the longest just because it has that one that you need to, that you can't Devour. First battle has it too, but the stats on the first battle are way lower. Whereas the stats on the final battle are like nearly twice as high. Okay, so it takes longer if we have to manually kill him. Right off the bat, I want to take a brown here. However, there's no brown, so we'll take a skull. Still no brown, so we'll take a green into free turn, into a bunch of brown, into a bunch of everything. We'll then go convert away all the purples there. Will then allow us to Devour him. That doesn't look like it lands. We'll go for brown there. Go and throw a Mountain Crusher. Then we'll be able to get Apothecary. Nope, don't get it anywhere. Just throw it right there on yellow. We can then go Devour his first slot. If it ever actually lands, there we go. We can then explode the entire board out and then simply go into a Apothecary to clear out full mana. We'll do it on yellow there. Get all the mana we need there. Luckily, we're hitting him with a bunch of damage in case it comes down to him constantly dodging our transform. So worst comes to worst, we can just get him that way. Looks like we convert away these reds, which oddly, we don't even use them in this team. I'm so used to using teams that use red. Team actually doesn't use a single one. There we go. Go Devour him, and hopefully we get lucky with a transform. Nope, it's going to be one of those kind of games again. Just clear out the board. Do that a couple times. Yeah, we'll follow it up again. We'll try. We're still going to try converting him. Give him one more chance. There we go. And now he's dead. And the whole reason why we do that is transformed troops do not have any traits in this game mode for whatever reason, and that allows us to have a 100% chance of devouring them. Since if they don't have any traits, they can't have immune to devour. But the only exception being if they get blessed, but there's no time normally for them to get blessed within that window. But there we go. We are very close now. We are now only 60 points away, which means even if we fail this one, as long as we go deathless on the final battle, we should be fine. Similarly, even if we go deathless, basically, we need to go deathless on one of these two battles, and we need to win all the battles. As long as we do that, we get all the points, because we only need 50. So I'm allowed to not go deathless on one of these two. However, if I don't go deathless on this one, I have to go deathless on the following one. But if I do go deathless on this one, even if we lose 3 of our troops on the final one, we will still have +1 armor. And then we permanently have +1 armor. Okay, well, we'll go down to reds, get all that converted, throw down a Mountain Crusher somewhere for that. Grab a Devour onto his first slot, hopefully. Good. Take a brown somewheres, grab that. Let's see, let me backtrack and chat a little bit. Hello, Charles, glad you could join us. Oh, never mind, I already answered that. If anyone just is into 4.3 stuff, we went over it in detail at the beginning of the stream. But if you still have any other questions, feel free to ask. After spending about 8,000 shards in Dark Pits, you now have 6 mythic sledge paws, 5 hex rats, 4 plagues, and 1 ratagear. So you did get them all upgraded, right? Because I would assume at 8,000 you would be able to. That'd be really unlucky if that didn't end up happening. Let's see. 4.3 will be tomorrow night before Bounty. Has that been confirmed? I know there was rumor of it on like Discord or something. Because I think, not Salty, but Syrup I think ended up leaking something on there or something. But, interesting. It's going to affect Guild Wars though. because that does have balance changes in it. So that's a bit weird, but we'll have it in time for Invasion. So it did make sense that they would do it before next week, which is why I thought it might be on Sunday, because they were definitely going to get it done before next week. It would make no sense if they did it midweek on a week that has a sigil system, because then that would completely mess up potions. But yeah, that would be interesting. It's been a while since we've got a patch on Thursday. Actually, have we ever gotten a patch on Thursday, now that I think about it? We've gotten patches on Fridays, we've gotten patches on Sundays, we've gotten patches on Mondays, Tuesdays, I think even once or twice we had it on a Wednesday. Can't recall a single time we've ever had a patch on Thursday. Oh, I thought you heard that from someone, never mind. Yeah, I highly doubt that then. But there is a really high chance it happens before Monday. Okay, let's see. Go in Apothecary away the yellows. Get a Devour on that one. Also, that thing really needs Blessed. There's so many old troops that need to be rebalanced. Or at least made more thematic with more of the newer stuff that has come into the game. But they definitely should add Blessed to that troop. It's already 100% useless. Even giving it Blessed will still be 100% useless. Let's see. We'll move that over. Get our Devour on the first slot there. He's pretty much already dead, but oh well, now he's super dead. I always have to deal with this guy's immune to transform. Knowing though he's going to keep summoning. I should take that skull. Whoops. Oh, luckily it's still there. Well, he takes it against us then. Oh no! Oh! Oh no. Oh! 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 That's really bad, actually. What do we do about this? He could actually kill my, I have to make sure Apothecary doesn't die here. Also, we have to go Deathless on the next one now, too. Okay, this just made things really annoying. Let's see. How do we go about this? There's no quick way of really killing him now. We have to hit him with a very small amount of damage over and over again. Let's see. Keep hitting him, keep hitting him. Gonna get another summon. This is gonna be a weird battle. Hit that. Throw in Apothecary to try to get mana back up. Do it on yellow. I'm so tempted to take that skull, but he's just gonna resummon anyways, but we'll get a kill, but we're gonna go for that because why not? And we keep feeding him brown too, which doesn't make this much better. Yeah, if he kills Apothecary, which is about to in one more hit, we are in trouble. We could still win final battle with just these two, but that's not ideal. We have done it already. Definitely not ideal. Okay, this thing is undead, which is one of the few things he summons that does not have immunity to Devour. We could actually just do that. And now we need to kill him before he casts one more time, or we're out of luck. Actually, I should probably converted out his reds there. But let's take skulls wherever we can. Baiting him to take skulls would also be useful. However, we can't really do both simultaneously. It's kind of hard to take skulls and bait him with skulls. Let's see. I guess we could just do one infinite turn where we just keep taking skulls into more skulls. Oh, why did I not already cast his ability? I should have. We got some free extra mana for him. I'll move that over, take a red here, grab that into blues, get like explosion all over the place, and should be good to go. Go throw that down. We get in, just go throw him for the final hit, and be good to go. So no! Okay, that was almost bad. If he would have got an extra turn there, would have been awful. There we go. We're just missing Possessed King. That should be fine. It's just going to be really annoying to kill the Hex Rat is all, or not the Hex Rat, the Plague Rat. I mean. Have you ever gone the long way via the room 4? No, I have not. Though there are 2 paths for this delve, that is correct. You can take the 3-room battle path instead of going right down the middle. I've gone down the middle every single time, though. Unless we had a super ridiculously annoying battle in the middle, like triple immune to transform, I would probably take the other way around. Actually, I don't even think a tier 5 has a triple immune. It has a double immune, but that's about it. I mean, tier 5, I mean. Tier 4 has a triple immune. Tier 5, I don't believe does. We'll go take our greens there. Throw a Devour onto his next 2. That back up. Devour away his last slot there. And now we have to kill him manually with damage. Take that. Throw an explosion. Take every skull we see because it's our only way to really kill at this point. We're gonna cast Mountain Crusher so many times that we're gonna have 100 attack. Maybe not that much, but we're probably gonna reach like 80, not higher, 86 or something. Slowly but surely. We will increase our attack value. Okay, now we just need 2 more big hits. We'll take that, grab the skull, or it'll just grab itself. And there we go. Exactly 82 right at the end. Okay, 1 more delve. This one does have to be deathless because we died here. Oh, that's going to be a super fail if we actually die on this one. I might have to go the super safe route. Let's see what our path is. We have to not die. Well, we definitely go down the middle. None of these have immune to entangle, right? Okay, we're gonna go down super safe route. Let's see. Yeah, I guess we can replace out both of them. Oh no, I don't know. Do we get rid of Mountain Crusher or not? I'm planning on Salvani Mora, but then again, is our hero really? I don't know. We'll keep it as is. Never mind. Because the hero's not really dying much. It's more so just weird mechanics that keeps clipping something that's useful. I don't know, we'll leave it as is. It's fine. But yeah, we can put Salvani Mora to make sure skulls aren't relevant. We can put Dragon's Eye to have 100% transform so we don't have to worry about his percent. The problem with putting Dragon's Eye here, though, is, or any weapon that's not Mountain Crusher, is it reduces our mana accumulation and it reduces our capability of hero not dying. At least 2 skulls. It increases our chance that it doesn't die to casting, but it decreases the chance that it would die to skulls. I mean, it would decrease... Dragon's Eye decreases chance to die to casting, but increases the chance we die to skulls. What it would do. Whereas right now we have more skull protection with that. So it would either be Dragon's Eye with Salvani Mora or this with Possessed King. Yeah, I guess we'll stick with this. It's fine. But we'll go for our Devour there. Start working these down if they'll ever want to hit. Go for it again. That guy's just going to die naturally. I'm not even going to bother trying to hit him, because he's already pretty much dead. We'll go get... Oh, oops, what am I doing? You cast it. We'll go to that. Ooh, waste. Okay, we'll go get Mountain Crusher down and go into everything else we have. Throw the Apothecary onto red, not red. Throw it onto purple. Get that going, and then we can simply go Devour one of these 2. Can we get Devour already? Go. There we go. Now we have 100% Devour. Did it on purple. Get his mana right back up. Throw that down again. Get Possessed King. Hopefully not fail a billion times, and go from there. There we go, first time, except we don't have mana follow-up. What do we take? He ruined it. He ruined it! We got it on blue, there we go. Now we can Mountain Crusher if we don't have enough. And hopefully extra turn. And dead. That's funny, he actually got Sloth. That would have been really annoying if he would have casted. It does mana drain the entire team. Okay, we'll take this middle battle. Seems easy enough. Nimue is the only real annoying threat. Siren into Nimue would be really annoying. Or Siren into Azura into Nimue. Then again, she's kind of blocked, so that shouldn't really happen. Team actually has really weird coloration on it. We'll go explode everything. That'll be enough for Apothecary. Get enough for everything. Devour before he even gets cast, or not. Try it again. Hopefully the second time's a charm. Otherwise, we could probably go for a third. There we go. Explode everything if we don't have an extra turn, but we do, so we'll do that. Infinite extra turns because of Possessed King. Oops, why did I kill that? I should have killed Nimue. Nimue's the only thing left on his team that can actually technically kill us. And we won. Okay, now we just have to go to the final battle without losing anything. And we're in the clear. And then we get +1 armor permanently. And even if we don't, it's not that big a deal. We'll have it tomorrow. But that will mean our... it's kind of funny. Our Highforge team will now be 10 HP and 1 armor higher than normal from now on. That's a nice little buff. Oh, no! Starting tomorrow. Wow, that was a fail. Did he really just 1-turn us? That had to have been. We took 1 turn and he killed us. Good job. Really nice. Okay. Well, never mind. Tomorrow we'll have our extra armor. Tomorrow night. We'll make that just 10 HP and no other bonus. If we even finish this delve. What is happening? He just instant killed into instant kill. What did he even cast there that killed us instantly? Wait, what did kill us? Did he just double poke with, I didn't even realize. That could double poke when you have 2 troops? No. He just single poked him. Oh, I guess he already had damage from something? What did he already have damage from? What happened? Oh, that... How did he even get that initial damage? Oh, he did Hex and then he did, okay, I see. He did Hex and then he did the other one. Okay, maybe we do get Dragon's Eye. But then again, he did... That was turn 3, not turn 2. Okay, but still, he killed us pretty quick. Anyway, still winnable. Really annoying to win, but as long as we get one Devour on High King Iron Gut, we won. Unfortunately, that is 20... Or not 20. It is 10 points short of where we need to be. Or is it 10 or 20? Yeah, I think it's 10. It's actually funny because that's the lowest amount of points we could possibly be short. And I believe that's the exact amount of points we're going to be short of getting how far we need to go for the +1 armor. 16,000. Let's take a blue here for now. Let's see. Let's see. What's the best way to spend your Chaos Shards? Initially, you would want to do it on All-Seeing Eye, especially since it will be 10 starable soon. But also even just an early game to get into 5 stars, mainly just because it's a Magic Kingdom. So it's really good to get upgraded. Other than that, you'd want to put your shards probably into Hall of Guardians because it's the best tribute kingdom in the game. Also because you end up getting 2 really good troops from it. You end up getting Gargoyle and Silent Sentinel, both of which are some of the best Delve troops from any Delve. And from there, you can pretty much go based on what you want. Depends which troops you want, or which factions you want to work on. Okay, what's the game plan here? I think the game plan here is deliberately let Apothecary die, and then just kill everything with this. I think that is the game plan. Okay, so all we really have to do now is just get mana again, and we won. Actually, never mind, we just need to get mana once, and then we won. Because we just devour him, hit him with like 1 skull, 2 skulls, and he's dead. But it should be in the bag. I don't really foresee us really losing this. This thing has like near infinite stats. Also, why did I take a red there? Pretty sure there was something we could have taken that would have been useful. I'll take that, get the full mana. Doesn't even matter if it keeps hitting us because, boom, back to max stats basically. Now he's in 1-shot range, so all we have to do is take a skull. And, well, we won! Unfortunately, it is not pure win. Or it's not deathless win, I should say. Why do I keep saying pure? Yeah, I believe we're 10 points short of an armor, which is really sad. Let's see. We should be at 15,990 points. Yep. Oh, that is awful. We are exactly 10 points away from 1 armor. Well, we'll have it tomorrow. That's a pretty big fail. The smallest amount of points possible short of 1 armor. Well, it wasn't in the title. Good thing I didn't put it in the title, because it didn't happen, but we'll have it tomorrow. Put in tomorrow's title. But, yeah, there we go. 10 away from +1 armor. We'll probably do that before we do Guild Wars tomorrow, just because, just to have 1 extra armor for Guild Wars. Let's see. What am I looking for? I am looking for Key Team. Figure this out real quick. Hello, Pitpap. Welcome. Yeah, does anyone else have any other questions? Otherwise, I'll be heading out for now. So let me know if there was anything else you want me to go over or answer or anything I may have missed or anything. Next patch is right around the corner. So keep your eyes out for that. We'll, of course, be covering it in depth as it comes out through streams and various videos. It should be bringing a pretty big rebalance. I'll probably be doing a video almost solely just on the rebalance itself. Just because we didn't really get much the previous time, but this time around it should be pretty large. So we'll see exactly what that brings. And other than that, we have Bounty Hunter this Friday, and that'll be lasting all weekend. Should you use enough shards to ascend Legend to Mythic, then move to next faction? Yes, you can do it that way. Normally you do it 1 at a time. Like, you don't do a little bit into one and then a little bit into another. You generally go 1 faction, target it down, get every single thing in the faction to max, and then move on to the next one. So yes, that is what you would do. You would go 1 faction at a time, maxing them out. You don't put like a little bit in each of the factions. You just go pick 1, max it out, move to the next one, and keep repeating that. You can also check based on what you need for kingdom upgrades as well, and do it based on that. So for example, if some kingdom needed, like, let's say 12 copies of something in that faction, and one of those factions is, or if you need 12 troops within a kingdom to get a star level, and there's a faction associated with it, all you have to do is just go and spend a bunch of shards, and then boom, you pretty much instantly have those troops. So you could also do it based on that. You do want to be keeping an eye on that for upgrading purposes on each of your kingdoms. But yeah, more often than not, you just target one, max it out, go to the next one. Let's see. Yeah, you can also do it the other way around if you're still in the upgrading phase, which is obtain one of each troop, then max the more important ones. Actually, that probably is better overall. One of each troop from every faction, then max each. Really, the whole order of what you do them for is entirely based on kingdom upgrades, and how far you're currently upgraded on kingdoms is independent for every single person, so it's hard to really tell. But basically, just do it in kingdom upgrade order. Whatever you need for kingdom upgrades is what you do for your shards. That's pretty much the entirety of what you use your shards for at any given time. And that's completely different for every player, so there's like no uniform way to really say this is the one and only way, because the way to do it is based on, or technically there is one and only way. The one and only way is to do it based on kingdom upgrades, but that's different for literally every person. So you just have to check your kingdom, see what you need, and go from there. And that's the order you would do them on. And normally that would be something like, let's say, Dark Pits first. Or not for Dark Pits, I mean All-Seeing Eye first. Simply because All-Seeing Eye is, if I'm not mistaken, the only magic kingdom out of any of these. None of these kingdoms are associated with a magic kingdom, if I'm not mistaken. And if they are, it's not close to 10 stars yet. Whereas this will be 10 starable on, or actually 14 stars. Darkstone will be in 2 weeks from now. Not next week's Friday, but the following Friday, the 29th, I believe it is. That'll finally be able to be upgraded, being the first 10-star magic kingdom in the game. And it'll also be the first delve that is associated with a magic kingdom, which just automatically makes it more valuable than any other one from a obtaining the troops perspective. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna be heading out for now. Oh, Archer team for tomorrow. I went over that on Monday. I think I already overrid it though. Archer class right here. You would end up using Mang, Thorn Knight, Lady Arnariel, or King with King Avalorn. Or if you want something with Dawnbringer, if you're just doing the free battles, you run Dawnbringer Triple Owl Rider. Excuse me. And that's what I'll be running. Dawnbringer Triple Owl Rider. But if you don't have that, you could run this. Mang with any hero class you want, ideally Titan, though you could be pretty much anything there. Thorn Knight, Lady Arnariel, King Avalorn. And that would be your team. And if you don't have the king, you can go and replace out pretty much anything from that kingdom. Probably Owl Rider, I believe. Ideally, you would have the king, though. I would highly advise getting it anyways, because you'd get Selfanie more along the ways. But, yeah, that's pretty much what you would run. That or Dawnbringer Triple Owl Rider. Anyways, guys, I'm going to be heading out for now. Thank you all so much for stopping by. Oh, wait, sorry, one more question. Do you remember last time Farish Ra was in Soulforge? You really need him. Soulforge has reset its rotation, if I'm not mistaken. Let me go give you the link for it. Here's the link of the rotation for it. As far as when it was last, you can just go and find it. I believe it was on previous rotation, because I believe we're on rotation 4 for Mythics. Or no, never mind. I believe we're on rotation 10 for Mythics, or whatever the next rotation is. Let me go get the page for you. Where is Soulforge? There it is. Soulforge history. Are we on new rotation? I believe we are. Let me double check. Go get you the link for that. But there's the link. My site still hasn't loaded yet. But there's the link with all the info for that, for what you're looking for. But, wait, the rotation hasn't reset. Oh, yes, it did. Actually, it reset it like a month ago. But, yeah, we are currently on oh, no, never mind. I'm looking at the wrong one. I'm looking at the legendary one again. But yes, yeah, I am right. It just rotated last week. Last week it rotated to a new layout. But yes, Farish Ra could literally be next week, or it could be like 2 months from now. It could be anywhere from like next week to like 6-7 weeks from now. Could be the next Farish Ra, because he has not appeared on this rotation, because this rotation just reset last week. It's why Possessed King has already been available again. But yeah, he should be coming in within the next 2 months. Also, keep in mind, it's Kedar event next week, so you can just throw event keys to get Farish Ra starting next week. So even if he's not in Soulforge next week, you can spam infinite event keys to go and try to get him. So, oh, I should probably mention that if I do cover that video real quick on Spoils of War. I do need to go cover that soon, before next patch actually gets here. I know I covered it like a billion times on stream, but I still haven't on a video, I don't believe. So, we'll go do it real quick. I won't take that long for a video. But anyways, yeah, Farish Ra next week. So, other than spamming all of your glory to try to get event keys now, You could try doing it for Fair's copy as well. So that'd be kind of convenient. But anyways, that link right there just goes over to drop table thingy. But anyways, guys, I'll catch you all later. Thanks for stopping by. And I'll see y'all later. Have a wonderful week. Goodbye, everyone. And 3.4 patch very soon.